Hello guys, welcome to Life Interesting, and today we're going to talk about anger, and this is going to be a very interesting session because I will give you an experience with an example of what is anger and how it is, it's not a good thing in a very practical way, okay, in a very maybe scientific way also. So let's proceed without any delay. So for example, you are a person and there is a B person, and suppose in everyday life you have to deal with any kind of person. So usually it happens that you are the victim of the anger of some person. For example, this is a parking guy, okay, and you have lost the ticket and parking ticket, and this is throwing anger on you, okay. Or he can be in any person, he can be a police officer, he can be a teacher, your friend, or anyone, okay. So the point is anger. So how to deal with that? So I'm not saying that you will become an expert in it, but I will just give you an insight to how it's not very difficult to deal with the anger if you're a logical person. Suppose, for example, he throws anger on you. For example, you talk very politely in a simple way, okay. He throws anger on you. Then again you suppose he says that you lost your ticket, give me fine. So you politely say that okay, I've lost my ticket, uh, please give me the receipt. So he doesn't give you the receipt also. He again become anger and just give me your money, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, whatever money he wants. I will not give you fine. So still then again you have a reason, because he is getting angry. You also have the tendency to become anger, okay. He is giving every reason to react. But let me give you a glimpse of or a point in a very practical way, or in a very scientific way, that what he is doing is, suppose you are B, again I am going into this. Suppose you are A and this is B. So you will observe that again and again he is responding from the same room. This room, let's suppose the room is named anger. Every time you reply him politely, and sometimes you polite with sense of humor, or sometimes you reply with a smile. So you are replying in a very different ways, but he has only one way to reply you, which is anger, okay. So again I'll make a diagram because it's a new page. So what was happening there is only one room, he has anger, and you are serving him with 2-3 rooms. One is humor, one is a smile, one is etiquettes, decency, okay. So there are a lot of rooms that you have, which you are jumping here and there to retaliate, to cancel out or to manage the anger of the person, okay. So he has only one room, and for this one room you are opening up 4-5 rooms to deal with him. Now the question comes that you are a very it obviously comes in mind that you're a very weak person. You will think very underestimated about yourself. Yeah, that I'm a very weak person. I have opened all the rooms, I have done everything. But he is only getting anger. He's reacting in a only one dimensional way, and I have opened up in so many ways, but still he's not managing. He's still not coping with him, and he's always throwing negativity with me. So what is happening? You are obviously, suppose you're A again, you're B. He has one room, and you're dealing it with 4-5 rooms. You are thinking that you are at a loss. You think that you have opened your wallet, you have invested, you have given a lot of time, a lot of ideas, a lot of innovation, creativity to deal with his just one work, anger. it obviously you would think that you would, it would come to mind, it can come to mind that you are, at a loss because you are giving so much investment for just one room. But let me give you another insight into it, which you should look at it. You should look at the life in this way, according to me, in every aspect of life, because I just want to go you deep and deep into this. You think that you are at loss. I do not think so. What I think is that you are a very rich person. Suppose this is your mind, you're playing this in your mind, in your psyche, in your psychological area, or whatever you can call it. You can feel what you can, obviously you will feel it, okay? And he has a very poor in the sense he's not having so many rooms. He has only one. He means, you can say that he doesn't have wealth. Psychological wealth. Okay, he doesn't have psychological wealth, and he also doesn't have any freedom. You have freedom from jump to here to here to here to here. Look at this also, no? You have such a big world within yourself that you can have freedom to share so many rooms and jump from here to there. I'm not saying that you in terms of a manipulative mindset, okay? There is a term in Buddhism, right intention, and I think right action. So these are, manipulation is another thing. You have a good intention, sorry, spelling is wrong. You have a good intention, and for that intention you are taking jumping actions, okay, to manage this one, poor wealthy person. He's not a wealthy person, but he is poor in his wealth. You are a rich person. You are reacting with so many rules, 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe infinite, I don't know, depends on your maturity and patience level and your experience. So what I'm trying to say is that, sir or madam, that never think that you are at a loss. Just look at the positive side of the patience. So I'm just saying that anger, the topic is anger. You are A and this is B. You are facing the anger of B with so many tricks, and these tricks are not minded. Do not confuse it with manipulation, because your intention is right, okay, and you're doing these actions for your good intention. Okay, so this is the crux of it. My point was that you are not at loss. So when you are managing anger, when you're facing anger, you're absorbing the anger of people, you are not at a loss. Aap kabhi bhi, whenever you are what happens is that you feel very angered, you get very angered that I'm at loss that he humiliated, he wasted me. You feel very anguish, and you want to reply, you want to repent. My dear, okay, that's a good thing. If you take a revenge, that also for example, he gives you he insults you 4-5 ways. No, sorry, he insults you in one way, in a very humiliating way, and you have tried all the tactics to deal with. So it is not a humiliation. Don't take it as humiliation and react or take a revenge in the same way. Rather, use it in a creative way. This is one incident, and there will be a lot of incidents that will happen in your future where you have to deal with the same situation. You will be standing as A and you will be standing against C or D, whatever. Same situation will happen. So what I'm trying to say is that make it a permanent solution. Whenever things like this happen, when there is no physical violence, nothing, any sort of where you have to, there is just a psychological patience is needed, then please use this tactics that you At every incident you go deep and deep and deep, and think that you are a rich person. You have so many ways to deal with that person. You're not taking the negativity. Obviously he is throwing anger on you, so it is negativity, but think in that way that, think in this way that in so many ways you are creating a tendency of, your ability, you are creating the ability or capability to deal with such kind of things. It will come, and for first time it will be very hard, but for second time it will be very easy, third time it will, like, it will be like cakewalk. So it will give you a deeper outlook for everything. You don't have to reacting is a waste of time. Okay, obviously someone is hitting you physically, then you have to self-defense yourself, but I'm just talking about the things where you get upset, where you get unnecessarily upset. And I'm not saying unnecessarily, but you usually get upset, which you can deal with a better perspective. So change your perspective, sir, madam, that anger, and you would look like a fool. Don't think that you are looking like a fool. Let people think that you are a fool, but you are creating, or you are enhancing your ability. You are step by step you are strengthening yourself, that you are becoming resilient to so much of negativity. You are actually creating a technique to absorb or surpass the negative things or anger of people. So that's the whole my purpose of this video, that whenever there is an anger, what you should do is that you should deal it with a unique way. Okay, you should deal with it a unique way. What is unique way? That when he throws at anger at you for any reason, he may be a police officer, he may be a friend. I'm not saying physical attack, I'm just saying mental manipulation. You just keep calm, and you just, already I just told you that you use all your you're a rich person, and use all your rooms, okay, to deal with that person. That shows that you're a rich person, and also you have freedom to manage your things. That look at this is your mind space, and your freedom. You're free to jump here and there and here and use everything, and he has no freedom. He's in only one room. Okay, only one room, no freedom to jump here and there, no freedom for here and there. Okay, and he has no wealth. Okay, wealth, you have several rooms, and he has only one room. So that is anger. That is what I wanted to explain. So never take pride of anger. Better be a wealthy person with several rooms, several psychological rooms, and be a wealthy person. Thank you very much for bearing all these long talks. Thank you so much. Looking forward for you in next very interesting videos. Thank you.